Hey, what's going on everybody? Jason here, and welcome back to another Black Ops 6 Zombies video. Today, we are going to be covering the return of grief in Black Ops 6 Zombies. And if you guys don't know what grief is, let's go ahead and take a look. Black Ops 6 Zombies, Team Richtofen, and Team SAM. Two teams against each other on Zombies maps, and the last one standing wins. Alright, outlast the enemy team. It looks like we have hard points as well. That's pretty interesting. Complete the objective. See, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Gotta kill a certain amount of zombies in a zone. And you can grief the other players. Frozen, huh? Ooh. I can imagine that one's gonna be pretty annoying. Available on all the maps too, which is pretty cool. Citadel de Mor, the Tomb, Shattered Veil. Alright. There's Stitch. Of course, we know Stitch is coming back in Season 4.
Yes, we are the winners!
Grief. Black Ops 6 Zombies, available in Season 4 starting on May 29th. So as you guys saw from the trailer there, a competitive zombies game mode is returning to Zombies for the first time since Black Ops 2 when we had grief in that game. Originally in Black Ops 2 Zombies, you could play grief on Town, Farm, Nuketown, and surprisingly enough, Mob of the Dead and Buried. So here, we actually get all the maps so far in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and hey, who knows, when Janus Towers comes out in the near future, maybe we'll get grief for that map as well. But here we have the Season 4 blog post detailing what's going to be coming to Zombies in Season 4, including some extra details about grief. So we do have some restricted items in this competitive game mode. Those would be wonder weapons and a few Gobblegums. So that would be Exit Strategy, Idle Eyes, Wunderbar, Timeout, and Flavor Hex, which is a returning Gobblegum from Black Ops 3, now coming in Season 4. And here it is, not seen since Black Ops 2, grief returns to Zombies. This fan favorite mode pits two teams of 4 against each other, with both sides vying to outsurvive the other. As the battle lines are drawn between Sam and Director Richtofen, each team pledges their support to one of these rivals at the start of a match, subsequently receiving handler comms support from one of them throughout the ensuing chaos. And so since this is a Zombies competitive game mode, there's no direct PvP, so you can't actually shoot the opponents. You can only do things that can get them in tricky situations, and hopefully they go down to the zombies. Victory conditions. The winning team is the one that manages to grief their rivals into being killed or entering a downed state. As long as one or more team members are upright, the match continues. Moving on here, a few more tweaks in this game mode compared to regular Zombies. An open environment. Grief arenas are clearly defined areas where any critical doors have already been opened and the power will have already been turned on. All other door buys are inactive. Both teams spawn on opposite sides of the arena, each in a group of 4. Player respawning. Any team members that are down, provided one or more of their team are still alive, can be revived at any time, though rival teams, undead enemies, and shock charges can hamper this action, so that's going to be a tricky little strategy to try to down the other team. Additionally, a wave respawner triggers every 3rd round, automatically reviving any eliminated teammates from both teams. You can also join in progress up until round 10. After round 10, you will not be able to join in progress anymore. Essence and salvage. Unlike in standard playlists, salvage pickups in grief are worth 100 salvage, visible to all players, and can only be picked up by the first player to grab it. And of course, your regular Zombies features are still going to be available in these arenas, so things like Pack-a-Punch, the Mystery Box, the Arsenal, Perk Machines, Wonder Fizz, everything like that. And here's another interesting feature that we didn't see back in Black Ops 2, and that would be the capture zones. Appearing at a regular cadence during a match, these are smaller areas within a grief arena where players are required to stand and earn specific types of kills to trigger a grief on the opposing team. And so let's take a look at the griefs, or the negatively imposed effects on your enemies here, and that would be the weapon nerf, which makes you do less damage. Ammo drain. All ammo-based weapons, including those stowed, receive an ammo drain with bullets or shells being removed constantly while the grief is active. That sounds like a rough time. There's also zombie ambush. An elite zombie is summoned, and it solely focuses its killing power on the enemy team until either the elite or the team are defeated or the timer runs out. Weapon carousel. The rival player's weapons are randomly swapped every few seconds. Kind of sounds like the disorderly combat Gobblegum. And then there's frozen. This grief reduces the enemy's player movement along with frost and ice coding the characters. Then the types of objectives in the capture zones are capture zone kill, capture zone win, and capture zone elite kill. The first one here being getting zombie kills in a zone, the second one here being similar to hardpoint or domination, and then the third one here is going to be the first team who kills an elite enemy spawned in that capture zone. So then on launch, there are going to be a ton of grief arenas for players to actually play on. A couple different areas from Liberty Falls and Terminus, one area from Citadel de Mor, 2 areas from the Tomb, and 4 arenas from Shattered Vale. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that was the meat and potatoes of today's video. Grief is officially returning, and we haven't seen that since Black Ops 2, so that's pretty cool. However, we are also getting a couple of new game modes within Black Ops 6 in Season 4, and here they are. The first one here being the Starting Room LTM, and here it says, inspired by the starting room in the classic Moon Zombies map, drop in with up to 3 of your zombies crew into a more straightforward but challenging experience where you're locked into the first zone of a map. Raptor 1 is gone, and those undead hordes are only getting stronger, but all the doors in the initial zone are locked. Survive to the highest round you can. Similar to Moon, and even similar to Forsaken in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, this sounds like a fun game mode. And then we have Abomination Challenge. Enter a warped version of Liberty Falls during this new mid-season event and hunt down an ultra powered up abomination. Perhaps it's wise to bring backup. I actually like that this season is focused on some new and interesting game modes to shaken up the playstyle when it comes to zombies. And of course, it wouldn't be a new season of Black Ops 6 Zombies if there wasn't an ammo mod and new Gobblegum being added to the game. So let's go ahead and take a look. The first one here being Shatter Blast returning. Shatter Blast is a fan favorite ammo mod from Black Ops Cold War, and let's take a look at the augments. The major augments: big game. Shatter Blast can be used against elite enemies. Expect an impressively sized explosion. Blast Chain. On explosion, 3 additional explosions occur in rapid succession. Blast Repair. For every enemy that has its armor destroyed by Shatter Blast, armor health will be restored for the player. These sound really good. Minor augments. Blast Zone. Increase the size of the explosion. Blast Boost. Increase the explosion damage. Blast Wave. Normal enemies are knocked down by the explosion. So we can see here that Shatter Blast is returning with a lot of the same abilities that it had back in Black Ops Cold War, now in the form of an augment. And here we have the 3 Gobblegum that are being added to the game. The first one being Explosive Flourish. Reloading your weapon creates an explosion around you. Gobblegum lasts 2 minutes, so very similar to Electric Cherry and that augment we see in Elemental Pop. Flavor Hex activates a random Ultra Gobblegum, and we saw this back in Black Ops 3, and this was a fun Gobblegum, so that's pretty cool. And then we have Rain Burps. Zombies killed belch sparkly rainbow bubbles. Lasts 3 minutes. Once again, Treyarch is at it again with a wacky whimsical. There's also the Grim Reaper support weapon being added to the crafting table in the middle of the season. Basically a souped up rocket launcher here. And last but certainly not least, new weapons being added to the game. However, we have a lot of returning weapons this season. One of them here being the LC-10 from Black Ops Cold War. And you'll be able to earn the LC-10 in the Battle Pass. And next up, we have the FFAR, another returning weapon from Black Ops Cold War, and yet another Battle Pass weapon. And then here's a gun I was not expecting to come back at all, the Essex Model 07 from Black Ops 4 Zombies. Very interesting choice to bring this gun back, but here it is. And it looks like you'll be able to earn the Essex during an event. And then the Olympia is also being added to Black Ops 6. Sorry, M14 gang. You will also be able to earn the Olympia during an event sometime in the middle of the season. And finally, a new melee weapon, a pickaxe, will be added in the middle of the season, and you'll be able to earn this one as a reward for an event. Well, there you have it, everybody. That is everything being added to Black Ops 6 Zombies in Season 4, which is going to start on May 29th. It looks like this is going to be an interesting season for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Despite the fact that we're not getting a new map, we are getting a handful of new game modes. I'm definitely looking forward to trying out the new version of Grief with the capture zones and the extra grief abilities and things like that. And of course, as the season progresses, I'm also looking forward to the starting room challenge in the game as an LTM and the abomination challenge. I think the most random part of season 4, in my opinion, is the return of the Essex Model 07 from Black Ops 4 Zombies. Definitely wasn't a good gun in that game, and a lot of people didn't like using it. So you know what? Maybe the Essex will redeem itself here in Black Ops 6. But anyways, guys, what do you think about season 4 of Black Ops 6 Zombies? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you're a brand new viewer. And with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world, and I'll see you guys next time.